everyone, my name is Sumit. I'm a digital chess coach. In the last video, you have seen how a chessboard is placed and arranged. And in this video, we will see how chess pieces are placed on the chessboard. We have 6 different chess pieces. The king. Next game comes the queen. Now, next strongest piece is the rook. Next strongest piece is the bishop. And next comes the knight. Knight has got a peculiar way of movement. Value piece is pawn. We will arrange. We have 8 pawns for each side. So we'll see all this in detail in the video. So stay tuned.
So let's see about chess pieces or chessmen. Chessmen are called chess pieces, or it can also be called chess material. So game of chess is played with a total of 32 chessmen in total, which are distributed evenly at the start of the game. Each side has 16 chessmen. So white has got 16 pieces and black will have 16 pieces. The king, the queen, the rook, the bishop, the knight and the pawn. These are the chessmen. This is the king, this is the queen, this is the bishop, this is the knight, this is the rook, and this is the pawn. These are the 6 chessmen that is used on the chessboard, and each side has got these many 6 chessmen and 16 pieces as well. So the chessmen as a whole are referred to as material, and leaving apart the pawns, the remaining chessmen are called pieces. So the pawns, all these rook, knight, bishop, queen, king are called pieces, and the chess, all the chessmen are called material. These are the chess nomenclatures. So let us look at each chessman in detail. The king, it is the most valuable piece on the chessboard, and there is no value attached to it. It is an infinite value. The king stays until the end of the game. The king is the only piece which cannot be captured. So there will be 1 king each for white and black. And next is the queen, the strongest piece on the chessboard. The value of a queen is 9 points, and each white and black has got 1 queen each. And the value is given as 9 points, or the 9 pawns. It is valued as equivalent to 9 pawns because it is the most mobile piece on the chessboard. Next is the rook. So each side has got 2 rooks each. It is the next strongest piece after the queen, and the points is 5 points. 5 points means it is worth 5 pawns. That is the meaning of it, and the queen is worth 9 pawns. Next comes the bishop, the strongest piece after the rook. There will be a pair of bishop for each side. The speciality of the bishop is that it moves on the square of its it is placed, and there will be a white squared bishop and a black squared bishop, and the mobility of bishop is much higher than the knight that we will see. So it is also worth 3 pawns or 3 points. Next is the knight, the strongest piece after rook. The knight and bishop has got same value, and each side has got a pair of knights, and it is the only piece which can jump over its own pieces and opponent's pieces. So no other piece can jump over the other pieces. And next is a pawn. The pawn is the weakest piece on the chessboard with a special power. We'll see about the special power of pawn. So there will be 8 pawns each for white and black, and the point given is 1. Although it is the weakest piece on the chessboard, it can convert itself into the strongest piece when there's a special power for pawn to promote itself into a queen or any piece of its choice when it reaches the enemy camp, the last rank or the 8th rank of the enemy camp. We will see all about that in detail. So rook and queen combined together, these are called the major pieces. So always remember that the rook and queen are called the major pieces, and the bishop and knight are called the minor pieces. So rook and queen are the major pieces, and bishop and knight are the minor pieces. So let us look at the relative value of the chessmen. We'll have a small lecture later about that in detail. So king has got the infinite value. There's no value attached to the king. Next is the queen. It has got 9 points. The rook has got 5 points. These are the chess notation when we write or note down a chess game. King is the code for the king is K. The code for queen is Q. The code for rook is R. And bishop is B. Knight is N. Knight is given N because it clashes with the same first letter of king. So the first letter is used as the code name for that particular piece. So for here, for knight, the second letter is used, and these are the points. And for the pawn, it is P. But when you write down the chess moves, you won't use P. You will just use a square or the file that uses. I'll explain all that in detail later. Just remember this chart, and yes, that this is the relative value of the chessmen. So next we'll see the arranging chessmen, how to arrange the chessmen on chessboard. So we'll learn how to arrange chessmen in this lecture. So the chessmen has to be arranged in a particular format. So we'll learn about it. So let us see how white and black pieces are arranged on the chessboard. So we have seen about the chessboard, and we have been familiarized with the pieces. Now we have to arrange the chessmen on the chessboard. Okay, so this is how it is arranged. So first we look at the rooks. The rooks are placed on the corner squares like this, and next we'll arrange the knights. Right next to the rooks we'll put the knights, and then we'll put the bishops. First start with the rooks first, then the knight, and then the bishop, and then the queen. Always make sure that the queen is placed on the same colored square as the color of the piece. So the queen is black queen is placed on the black square, and the white queen is placed on the white square. And next comes the king. So all the major pieces and minor pieces are arranged on the back rank, and see here that the king occupies the opposite color of the color of its piece. For example, the white king always occupies the black square, and the black king occupies the white square. So this is how you arrange the chessmen. And the next second rank is we arrange the chessmen like this. The 8 pawns will be arranged on the second square, and also 8 pawns on the white square will be arranged like this. And we'll get a finally we'll get this position. So start with the rooks on the corner, then the knights, and then the bishops, and then the queen, and then the king, and also in the second rank you arrange all the pawns, and you get the chess arrangement like this. So after this thing, I'll just understanding the chessboard a little bit better. So the queen side is the side with where the queen is, and the king side is the side where the king is. So for white, the queen side will be on the left hand side, and for black, the king side will be on the right hand side, and queen side will be on the right hand side, and for white, the king side will be on the right side, and for black, the king side will be on the left side. I'll repeat once more. For white, if you draw a line like this on the chessboard, for white, the queen side is where the queen is. It will be on the left side, and for black, it will be on the right side where the queen is. And for black, the king side will be on the left side, and for the white, the king side will be on the right side. King side means the side where the king is, and all the pieces on the king side. And queen side means where the queen is. It will be on the left side. So this is about it. So this is how you arrange the pieces practice it multiple times and start with the rook first, then the knight, then the bishop, then the queen, and then finally the king, and then arrange the pawns, and you will get a final position like this. So practice it multiple times until you get it right. So good luck, and we'll see in the next lecture the rules of moving and capturing.